Sarah stared at the white dress hanging in her closet, its pristine fabric mocking her shattered dreams. Just days ago, she had been counting down the hours until she would walk down the aisle to marry David, the man she thought she knew completely. The night before their wedding, they had broken tradition and spent the evening together, wrapped in blankets on their couch, sharing memories and dreams. David's eyes had sparkled as he talked about their future, but there was something flickering beneath the surface, a shadow Sarah couldn't quite place. She had always embraced David's bisexuality with open arms. It was simply part of who he was, like his terrible jokes or his obsession with vintage vinyl records. Their friend group had welcomed her warmly, especially Marcus, David's childhood best friend who had been his anchor through college struggles and family drama. But as the night wore on, David's words began to crack like ice on a frozen lake. The truth spilled out in fragments. He and Marcus had been more than friends, and those feelings had never truly died. The confession hit Sarah like a physical blow. There had been slip-ups, moments of betrayal that David couldn't bring himself to detail. The wedding morning arrived gray and suffocating. Sarah's stomach churned with more than pre-wedding nerves. The fairy tale she had been living crumbled as she confronted Marcus, who initially tried to protect David with lies before finally confirming her worst fears. With trembling hands, Sarah made the calls. The wedding was off. Vendors were notified. Guests were contacted, and dreams were buried beneath a mountain of hurt and betrayal. Now, days later, her phone buzzed relentlessly with calls from both families. Disappointed voices pleaded with her to reconsider, painting her as the villain in a story where she was actually the victim. The small, intimate wedding they had planned with their own savings suddenly felt like a massive weight crushing her chest. Sarah sat in the silence of her apartment, surrounded by wedding gifts and broken promises, wondering if love was ever enough when trust lay in ruins. What do you think Sarah should do? How would you handle discovering such a betrayal just hours before your wedding? Share your thoughts and feelings in the comments below.